wanted to talk to me. We are going into the podcast right now. So first of all, I want to tell you, if you want to hop into my community Discord, you can hop onto my podcast and you can tell me, what do you think about all of this? And are you still excited about CitizenCon? So, with that being said, we got Scarred Citizen here on the line. Hopefully you're ready. What's up, Scarred?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Do you have a cam? I think you had a cam enabled. You got to enable it here.
Didn't I?
Yeah, but it was in another channel.
Oh, hold on. 1 sec. It's coming up.
Alrighty. What's up, you beautiful man?
What's up?
Look at this background, this fucking
jumpy
professional background. What is that? I love it. I love it. What's up? So,
how you do?
First of all, let me change your guest name. There we go. I'm doing fine. How about you? How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Long time no see.
For sure, man. For sure.
So, because probably like most of my viewers don't know you, you want to tell anything like about yourself? You want to plug the channel and all that?
Sure. I'm Scarred Citizen, also known as Grifter. I run a YouTube channel. You can find me at Scarred Citizen on YouTube. I have a very strong love-hate relationship with Star Citizen, but it's afforded me some really, really cool friends and people to hang out with.
Yep. So like how long have you? Yeah, we've played DayZ a lot together.
Yeah.
And we gotta play other games again. So how long have you been YouTubing and streaming?
I'd say since about August or September of 2022.
Okay. So are you still interested in streaming and YouTubing, Star Citizen? I know the answer, but you know.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Look, we all know Star Citizen has its problems, and you know, I'm not a full-time streamer. I work, I have a family, and I hate to use this because everybody here in chat hears it all the time. I have a limited amount of time to play. So when I play and I'm streaming to an audience, it's both discouraging, frustrating, and kind of a waste of time when nothing works. You know, this past week was an okay week, but we'll rewind a week ago. I was streaming. I had a group that we were running stuff with, and the game just continually got worse and worse and worse. And now we didn't experience any 30Ks, but it got to a point where even server hopping, we were still getting, I think maximum was 4.5 frames.
Yeah.
So you can't play. So everybody ended up parting ways, and we went
4.5 frames. You mean the tick rate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a slideshow fest, is what it was. I mean, you could barely interact with anything. You couldn't. Yeah, it was awful. So as I said, you know, I like streaming it. I like hanging out with the people that I've met in Star Citizen, but it's sometimes just not worth it, and I'd rather put my time in towards something else that's going to work as soon as I push the launch button or ready, let's play.
Okay, so what do you think about all the things that I just showed? Because I know that you started playing a bit later. You're like a newer player, I guess, to Star Citizen. You're not like old school.
No, I started June. I think it was like June 3rd or 4th of 2022.
Right.
So it was still like 316 point whatever it was, and then I played for like 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks or something like that, and then 317 dropped. What do I think of all the stuff that you show? I truth be told, I'm a big fan of yours, Grumpy. You
Thank
know,
you.
um, I have known about a lot of this stuff going in about 6 months into my Star Citizen playing career.
Hmm.
So to me, it's kind of like a kick in the nuts every time I see some of these videos. I one of the things that really gets me going, for you, it's the sandworm. Me, it's the mag boots. It's
Oh
it's
yeah,
very simple.
yeah. I
It's
forgot to
something
show
that
that, honestly.
I would think would be very simple to put into the game, and the Corsair kind of has it in that one little spot on the roof.
Yep.
Well, why can't it be implemented on other
Space
things?
Engineers has that forever now.
Yeah. A lot of games have a lot of things that
Yep.
CIG
No,
has promised
look, I'm
us.
I'm comparing Star Citizen to Space Engineers because it's like an open world. Uh,
Right.
it's Space Engineers was not designed to be an MMO, but there are some like servers that are meshed, so you can have huge ass planets with a bunch of players, and you can hop between planets, but then you're gonna like have a loading screen to hop between servers. So there is like a kind of a server meshing in that game, but yeah, they are somewhat comparable. Because you have planets, you can do shit on them. You can make your bases. You can make ships instead of buying them for real money or in-game money. But yeah, it's one of the games that I love, and that is, I don't know. Can we say competition to Star Citizen?
Oh yeah, it's competent.
Yeah,
Basically, anything space genre related,
yeah,
in my opinion, is competition to Star Citizen. The difference between the two, or between a lot Star Citizen and the competition, and I think this would hooks a lot of people, is the quote unquote do anything, go anywhere, and then secondly, the graphics look pretty good for what we have,
yeah.
and I think that hooks a lot of people. A buddy of mine, Marcus Wynn, he says very frequently, once you've played Star Citizen for a while, you begin to realize it's a mile wide and an inch deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I really believe that. If you're playing by yourself, it's to me it's not a very good experience. When you got a bunch of friends and you're off doing a bunch of shenanigans, then yeah, it's a lot more fun, but we all run into those roadblocks eventually where the
Yeah,
game 30Ks or
yeah.
whatever, but
And it like takes you. It takes a lot to set up and all of that. And in the end, the only thing that you're doing, you're basically playing like Goat Simulator, like I showed yesterday. You're just like doing shenanigans, as you said. You're just fucking
yeah.
around, and like you can do that in other games too.
Yes, yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very, very true.
Yeah.
And to answer the big question that you have on for your YouTube title and for Twitch and all of
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
I am not excited for CitizenCon. I am so I'm not sure the correct word to use, but I'm so disenfranchised, I guess would be the word, with Star Citizen, that I'm probably not going to even watch any of it unless there's some
Oh no, you're gonna
quick
watch it.
highlights.
You're gonna watch it. You're gonna watch it with me. We're gonna stream it together. Come on.
Oh, I mean, I'll be down.
All right.
I'll be down to do that.
All
I'll be
right.
down to do
We're
that.
just gonna shit on it like the whole fucking duration of CitizenCon.
It's, I mean, what are we going to really get this year? I mean, are we going to get an actual slice of Squadron 42? Are we going to get a release date? I mean, this seems to be the big topic right now. Everybody's like, "Oh, we're going to get a release date for Squadron 42. Oh, they're going to do something else for Squadron 42." I I, I don't
You
know.
don't
I
think
just
so?
we
Well,
we might we might. And so I got asked this. I got asked this by a few viewers on my channel. Are we going to get anything for Squadron 42? Do you think we're going to get a release date? And I said, if we get a release date, bear
that's
in
not gonna
mind, like
happen.
any other game company and any other title that we've wanted, how many times is it, once they set a release date, how many times is it going to be delayed?
Yeah. Well,
And
I
that's
don't think that they're gonna set up the release date because last
me neither.
year during like Bar Citizen, Aaron Roberts said that like it's 2 years away, and you know what 2 years away means in like CG terms. It's not even fucking
Oh,
two. Like yeah, it's gonna be at
no,
least 5 years. So yeah,
yeah.
but I believe. Okay, first of all, what do you think about the pricing of the tickets being from US?
I think it's ridiculous. I haven't looked up airfare in a while, but it's going to cost me somewhere between, depending on what airline I take, $200 to $400 to get a airline ticket. Then I got to pay for a hotel if I don't have any friends or family in the area. That's going to be another couple $100 a night.
Yep.
Plus the ticket price of $200. What is it? 200 and 300.
Yep.
And then same thing. You got to get food. You got to pay for Ubers or taxis to get around. The whole thing, all in all, for a weekend is going to cost you a grand or two.
Yeah.
Very easily. And I, for one, I'd rather go to the beach than go sit in a room full of nerds cheering at JPEGs.
Yeah.
I mean, bottom line, I think I'd have way more fun at the beach, or I don't know, a theater play or something like that. I'd have way more fun spending that kind of money than watching that.
Mystery in chat just said that California is also expensive. I don't know about that. Is it?
It's extremely expensive. It's one of the most expensive places to live, work, eat.
Amazing.
Anywhere in the United States. It's like New York and California are the top two states as far as
I mean,
expense.
you can fetch like an Airbnb in Compton, maybe.
It depends on how many bullet holes you want on the wall.
All right, so do you think, as I do, and I know that we talked about this yesterday, but share your thoughts on this, because I have a feeling that the ticket price is that high because they want to surround themselves with whales that are going to cheer for whatever. Like whatever they do, whatever they showcase, they're going to cheer for that.
I think that's a really good take. I think that's a really good opinion, is because most of the people that are going to spend that kind of money are the space whales that they're targeting with their expensive ships in the game, and the people that buy lots and lots of ships are going to be the people that go to that. Now, I'm not saying that if you enjoy the game, like if you're here in Grumpy's chat and you enjoy the game and you want to support the dream or buy ships, I'm not going to tell you don't. I don't tell anybody how to spend their money. But for me, once again, I hate to keep plugging my live streams, but once again, I was reacting to the whole armor debacle that happened like 2-3 weeks ago.
What happened? I was absent.
So about 2-3 weeks ago during Foundation Festival, they introduced buyable armor in the pledge store.
Oh yeah. I saw that. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
And most of us veteran Star Citizen players are going to be like, yeah, no, don't. We're not going to buy that. Because if you die with it, your body's either going to get sucked into the middle of the moon or planet, or you're going to 30K on your way back to it, or you're going to die in the middle of deep space with no way to get to it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But Foundation, my opinion was Foundation Festival is primarily an event for new players to meet up with veteran players and learn the game. Once again, somebody brought up a really good point. It's almost as if CIG is creating monetarily class warfare within Star Citizen. And after getting that comment, and I ended the live stream, I went on the pledge store, and the more and more I looked at what was available on there, I didn't know you could buy space bucks on there.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
I didn't know you could buy space bucks on there. And then I was looking at all the flare,
and
the armor,
you
guns,
start
everything
with
else.
You start every time after a wipe. You start with those space bucks.
Yeah, that's what I discovered. And the more I looked at that, the more I went, you know what? I used to defend this game saying it's not pay to win, and there is a skills gap, and there is a skill ceiling for some people. But the more I look at it, the more and maybe it's not pay to win, it's pay to head start.
It's pay to progress. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Pay for a head start, pay
Yeah.
to progress. Yeah, it's I don't know. I find the whole I find I find CitizenCon right now, and this is a take of a person that's only been playing for a year, following the project for a year, and doing my best and due diligence to research past CitizenCons and all the other things that go along with it. But it seems like, as back to your question, it seems like Star Citizen is going, or CitizenCon is a room full of, if you've seen the South Park episode, smug Prius drivers that are just going to be in there smelling their own farts.
Well, that's really nicely put. So I have one more question because I know
Sure.
that you need to go. So, as a content creator, how do you feel with like catching up with all the info that is there in the either from that you got from CAG or the years, and having all that knowledge to like use it on the streams and YouTube, and like how do you feel just like knowing shit that you really don't need to know?
Look, I'm not as big as you are, and I definitely don't have the viewership that you have.
Doesn't matter.
So, um, look, it hurts when a new player comes in and they start asking questions about when's this going to be added, when's that going to happen, and same thing, you have to answer them all the time, soon or probably never, or
Yep.
come back in 6 years. And it gets frustrating because every time I say that, not only is it putting off that new player, which, look, like I said, I still enjoy the game from time to time, but I want new players to also enjoy the game. And it's very off-putting for them, for me to have to say that to them, but I'm being honest. And then it's also frustrating to me because then what was a good play session or a good chat has now turned into me turning the gears in my head again, going through all that information like you just discussed and going, sigh, what could have been, what we could have had last year, what we could have had the year before, what we could have had the year before that, and it's still not here.
Yeah.
And I'd like to add a caveat on to being a content creator. Yesterday, you say, you tip your hat and you applaud guys like Dead Leader and Voidy
Yeah.
and guys that put out that kind of content. I have a hard time doing one-off videos like that because every time I start to do something like that, somebody in my little group of friends is like, well, so and so did that. And it's like, oh, well, damn. Now you try to think of something else to do in the game and then to make a video on, and I'm like, hey guys, I got this great idea, and then, well, so and so did that.
I mean, that really doesn't matter. The only thing
it doesn't. It doesn't, but it feels like you're being. Sorry to cut you off, but it feels like you're almost like getting yourself boxed in.
By doing what? Trying to do gameplay content?
Yeah, like you think you come up with an original idea and then it's not original. And
Yeah.
I don't. It's not that not that I'm saying I'm copying them, but it's like it feels like I'm copying them.
There isn't really much to do in Star Citizen, and that's why you feel like that. Because just today I saw a video, Zero to Hero without the ship. It was like,
yeah,
it was posted like a week ago.
Burks
fucking
right?
No, Burks did it like a year ago. This was like another dude. So it's a thing that like, what else is there to do in Star Citizen? I had a friend that like his only pledge was the Argo Cargo. Like he was just trolling. He was just trolling. He thought he was funny. He sold the Aurora and got the cargo and bought like a paint pack for it or whatever. So he only had that, and he was doing that like zero to hero on his own. And I know of a couple of other people that did that with like other kinds of like restraints, like only mining with the rock, the ROC, for example, right? So that kind of content on YouTube is always going to happen because there is nothing else to do in the game. Like
that's true.
So like I don't know, that leader was living on the reclaimer for like a week. Voidovids was doing like PvP or whatever on Jumptown and all of that, and he's funny, so he's just gonna make like a funny, like both of them are. They're just gonna make funny videos. So that's like the approach that you gotta take with Star Citizen to get noticed in the end and to like have fun videos. But also making those kinds of videos is really hard because the game keeps on crashing, because your guys that are playing with you are gonna crash. It's gonna take you an hour just to do anything. Just for like that video that's gonna be like 20 minutes long, you're gonna spend at least like 5 hours recording and then a whole day fucking editing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
so I really do like tip my hat off to them because they're creative, they're amazing, they're funny and all of that. But I couldn't fucking do that anymore. I did that before, and then I like realized I don't want to fucking click on the launcher anymore. Honestly, I'm completely like burnt out. What's up?
Did you uninstall it?
I didn't. I didn't this time, but yeah, like I'm gonna play it at some point, maybe like for the next patch for the PTU. But right now, I just don't want to. Like, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care about like CitizenCon and all the bullshit that we're gonna see on that like whole 2-day event.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you're for those of you that are excited about CitizenCon, I'm happy for you. I've already done. To me, it's kind of sad. I did one CitizenCon. I was hyped up about it. We got the letter from the CEO, and then 3.18 entered the PTU, and then it went live, and it just kept spiraling further and further out of control. And I don't know. I think I said it to you last August, Grumpy. 2023 is a make or break year for Star Citizen, and
it was for me, and it was just like it broke me. I don't want to play it anymore.
It's breaking a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people I see that just don't want to play it anymore, and I you know, Starfield might be a flash in the pan for as far as like content is concerned, but I do feel that it's going to all except for the staunch white knights, it's going to open a lot of people's eyes up to what could be and what should have been.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Thank you for joining. We have like 3 more people to talk to, and you got to go. You got to work, right?
Yep. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Welcome back, Grumpy, Mr. Brother.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long I'm gonna stay here again. I just don't want to talk about Star Citizen that much anymore, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. All righty. Thank you, buddy. See ya.
Thank you, man. See ya.
Bye. That was Star Citizen. So the next caller is gonna be who was first that joined, Revengex or Archer? I'm not sure. I'm gonna say Archer because Archer got kicked to the AFK thing. So Archer, hello. Can we hear each other? Can you hear me?
I'm with me.
Huh? Hello.
I'm sorry. I had the YouTube still on.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
It was just messing my brain.
Yeah, YouTube is lagging on Twitch. It's like the delay is like 1 second or whatever, but on YouTube it's like more like 30 seconds or whatever. So hello, Archer. You wanna introduce yourself to the community?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the community? You want to say anything about yourself first?
What can I say? I'm a 48-year-old
Okay.
Star Citizen player that backed the game since 2012, and yeah, I'm 12 years older.
Wow. Okay. That's fun.
Well, yeah, I know. Growing up with Star Citizen and not seeing that much progress.
Yeah. So, okay. So, first question: after watching, because you were here during my whole like stream, after watching all the like videos from CitizenCons that it showed, because you probably forgot about most of it. What do you think now? Are you excited about CitizenCon? What do you think now? Like looking at all of that, all of those like broken promises.
I mean, to be honest, I laugh because I wish I could forget most of what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I can still remember Chris Roberts saying about, oh yeah, Squadron 42, it's coming 2015, and then no, oh it's coming 2016 for sure. And that's what I usually ask in most of the forums or even in whatever that thing Spectrum. I ask, hey, is it 2016 yet? Because I want to answer the call. I mean, and to be honest, mostly now I laugh at it. Even last year it was laughable. It was really laughable. Almost like an hour and a half or more with a guy just talking about rocks. Just it. Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
made these rocks. Look, see, we made these new rocks. And I was like, really? That's it? That's what you did? Rocks? And then at the end, of course, the end was was just the icing of the cake on the cake, like an hour and a half or more, with Chris Roberts and the other guy just, I mean, basically just wanking themselves.
Yep.
I mean, talking about Squadron 42. Look, we have these pictures and look at these animations. Yeah, we're doing something. Like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to show the vertical slice of Squadron 42 because it's like too long and the whole thing was probably completely redone.
Oh God, the vertical slice. Don't even mention that. That's just, oh God, that was so cringe. That is so cringe. I mean, Mark Hamill. I mean, not even Mark Hamill can say that. I mean, the dialogue is so cringe.
Yeah, it is. Like the Gary Oldman's speech at the end.
Oh God.
That like it's so bad.
Oh God, no. I mean, Gary Oldman is an amazing actor.
Of course,
I mean, he did what he could with it. I mean, it's just who wrote this?
It's probably Chris.
Right? I mean, it's just.
I mean, you know that he likes to micromanage everything, and he like did that Wing Commander movie, so he probably thinks that he has like a talent for making scripts and all of that, speeches,
I mean,
etc.
I discussed this with many people, including a YouTuber I know. Maybe you know of him, Failure to Report, and we have these talks many times. And there's some questions. If I could ask Chris Roberts himself, it's like, where is this? Where is Squadron 42? You said it was ready. We had a developer that worked in Q&A saying, "Oh, I played through the entire campaign. It's done."
Yep.
And then
that was
where is it?
That was 2018 or 17, wasn't it?
No, it was 2015. It was before the launch.
Oh my God!
Launch.
Yeah.
It's like, where is
it? Yeah.
I mean, where is what you said was done? Where is it? I have a conspiracy theory that Squadron 42 does not exist. It just doesn't exist.
I mean, it does somewhere because...
Yeah, in this brain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so here's the thing. With Squadron 42, they paid all those actors. You can see, like, on YouTube, a bunch of videos with, like, all of those actors doing mocap and acting their asses off.
Yes.
So they did all of that, but the missions are not there. The AI is obviously not there. The fucking flight is not there because like these flight changes are coming into Star Citizen because of Squadron 42. Not even because of us. It's just like, we need something else for Squadron 42, which is going to probably work for PU, but we'll see in the end, etc., etc. So there's like a ton of things that are not finished yet, and like, are they even fucking working on it? Like, in the end, I made a video on this, like the problem with the problem with Squadron 42. Like, in the end, whatever they do, whenever they release it, and even if it's like good, not fucking phenomenal, but if it's only good, it's gonna be mediocre, and it's gonna be made fun of by content creators, by the press, etc. Because it took him fucking 10 to 12, whatever years, 15 years to make something that is mediocre. If it's bad, it's gonna kill Star Citizen, right? So it needs to be phenomenal. Like, after all of these years, it needs to be fucking like the best thing that we ever played, which is never gonna happen.
Exactly my point. And then here comes Starfield, and it's going to be compared because it's a single player game.
Yeah.
And Starfield already shown so many things that they promised in Star Citizen, like the modularity that was supposed to be like years ago in the game. Where is it? Yeah, it's coming soon. TM.
Yep. Well,
And
look, with Starfield, I just don't want to like
yes.
jump the gun. Is that like the thing that you guys say? So I don't want to say anything before I see it, because it might be a buggy piece of shit. It might be like a bunch of lies, because you never know with like Bethesda and all of that. They might just like release a piece of shit game like Fallout 76 was. So I would just wait and not say anything. Like, I don't even want to compare it to Star Citizen at this point, or Squadron 42. But you can if you want to. Of course. I'm just saying, like, my point of view is I just want to see it first. I want to play it first, and if it plays right, and if the modularity is there, if the campaign is there, if the storyline is amazing, then yeah, it's probably gonna kill Squadron 42. But did you see Star Wars Outlaws?
No, I haven't yet.
I just streamed it yesterday. It's like a gameplay demo. You can find it on IGN, or you can find it on my second channel. It's gonna be out in a couple of days. But it's fucking phenomenal. Like, it looks phenomenal, and it's basically Starfield, but in a Star Wars universe.
Wow. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I mean, but I'm with you on that. I know what Bethesda did with Fallout 76 and how bad it was. So I take what they show for Starfield with a big grain of salt.
Yeah.
Just FYI, I mean, I don't say it. I'm not American. I'm European.
I wanted to ask you, you're Portuguese, because like your accent is like English but with a twist.
Yeah, I know. I get that a lot.
All right.
Anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah, I take it with a big grain of salt. But the thing is, even is if Starfield isn't as good as they show it is. I mean, even Fallout 76 was bad. I don't know how it is now, if they fixed it or not.
It's still bad. They fixed it a bit, but it's still bad. And
I mean,
also, they didn't like give out any refunds and all of that. Like, there was a whole fucking thing with it.
Yeah. I mean, I dodged a bullet with that. I was gonna pre-order it, but then I remembered. Wait, I learned my lesson with Star Trek Online. I'm not gonna pre-order any game ever.
Yeah.
Moving along, the thing is, it's gonna be compared, and that I think this is one of the reasons why they're holding it, if it actually exists. And to be honest, I wouldn't care if they dropped Squadron 42. I wouldn't because
I think most of the community wouldn't care at all, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're using it as an excuse. Oh, we don't have this in the PU yet because we don't want to, spoil it in Squadron 42, which is BS for me. That's just BS.
Yeah, they're using it as a meat shield. Like, whenever something is not done in Star Citizen, they always say, well, yeah, because we're focusing on Squadron 42. That's
which
the
is
issue.
which is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And going back to those missions you showed, I mean, I was looking at some old videos, and I found one with the repair station. I don't know if you remember that one.
Which one? You gotta tell me a bit more.
Oh man, the repair station back in 2015, they had like a repair station where they had drones that you landed on.
I just showed that. Yeah.
I mean, it was just, I think you did show that.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Even the UI was way better than it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, why did they scrap that? It's one of the things I don't understand.
Well, look, I don't know if that was like, you can tell me this because you were here since 2012, but I started playing in 2020, so I don't know if that UI was ever in the game or was it just like a thing for CitizenCon.
No, it was.
It was in the game.
I saw.
Why the fuck did they scrap it then?
My point exactly. Why?
Well, I mean, they like converted to what is it? It's gonna be building blocks now.
Yeah.
Like my dog is just being rowdy. It's gonna be in building blocks now, but it was in Flash or whatever, and it just wouldn't work, so they scrapped it. But they could have made the same thing, and also like building blocks is not fucking working. You can see that on the terminals, on the what are they called?
Yes. Yeah.
The ship retrieval terminals. Yeah. So like,
but even
what are you guys doing?
I mean, even the repair station itself, it was amazing. That you just landed there, you saw those drones flying around, shooting lightning, and they would fix your ship. That was actually immersive. I mean, Chris Roberts is for immersion. Why did you take that away then? Oh, probably, as I heard. Oh yeah, but that would take functionality out of the hangars. It's like, really?
I mean, he could have had them in the hangars. As far as I know, they took them out because they were like putting the strain on the servers. So like, it was too many entities. But then you like watch the previous ISC from like a couple of days ago, and you see that they were like spawning even more fucking entities for what is it? Hull munching mechanics.
Yeah,
and you're like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, what is this?
Yeah, it's like the garbage, like clothing, or like even the scrubs. Why are we using scrubs? Why don't you, I don't know, spawn us in the bed with just a suit and a helmet already? Yeah. Why just add clutter to the server? And why not make the bottles, the
immersion?
Trash? I mean, so remove it.
Yeah. So because we have 3 more people, I have 2 more questions for you. I take first question would be, are you excited about CitizenCon? I take that you're not.
No, I just want to. I want to see the shit show, and I want to laugh. I just want to add that
you're at the right spot because I'm gonna be streaming that, and I'm gonna laugh at it too.
Oh yes, I'll be watching it. I swear, I will be watching it. I'm gonna laugh with you.
Right.
But just to add, I just wanted to add one thing.
Okay.
The scripted missions they show for the CitizenCon, I mean, they were fine if it was a single player game. That's my point about it. If it was a single player game, those scripted missions would work as a charm.
They would work in a multiplayer environment too. Like all the missions that I just showcased would work. Like
in an instant. Like in the MMO, most of the missions you have like those, like that.
Yeah.
They work in a different instance. Yeah. Not in the multiplayer environment, then different instance.
Yeah.
So
I don't fucking know. Like,
yeah.
The whole thing is with me is like, why showcase something that you know you're not gonna put into the game? Like, first of all, why spend time making that, knowing that that's never gonna make the game? Like that. All the assets, all the sandworms, all the sneaking mechanics, all the shit that we just saw, and like spending a year making something for CitizenCon and then scrapping it, basically. The only things that we got from all of the CitizenCons that they showed were the Clovis Darnley mission, which doesn't really work like that in the PU. We got the bunkers that were made in a week just to be there for CitizenCon, and we got the like weather mechanics where you like put your hand up and like and that's it. Out of all of the shit that we just saw, that is it. Isn't that phenomenal? In 9 years of CitizenCons, that's all we got.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but see, Grumpy, the thing is, if you look at the CIG track record, you know why they do it. We all know. We all know why they do it.
It's the money.
Exactly, to hype the whales up, and then here's a new ship. Give us your fucking money, and that's why they do it. They do it to hype those people up.
Yep.
That's the only reason.
That is the truth. All right. With that, we gotta talk to other people.
Yeah, of course.
But thank you, Archer, for joining. I will be making more of these, so make sure you join every time. You're a really sweet person.
Hey man, anytime.
See ya, dude.
See ya.
Right, before because I saw the chat. Before we continue, we're gonna talk to Revengex in a second. Before we do that, I want to show you this. This is a 27-second video. Watch this.
From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. That mountain is not just a backdrop. You can walk all the way to the top of that mountain. That moon is actually there.
Does it sound familiar? So this is why I want to see Starfield before I talk about it, honestly. So let's continue. And the next caller that we have is Revengex. Revengex, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing okay, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good myself.
I'm sorry you have to suffer for your art, but you know, artists suffer. So
what are we talking about?
Listen, on CitizenCon, it's just a marketing campaign. The whole thing is designed to encourage people to spend money, to upgrade their ships, and so forth. I mean, real quick, to give you a background, I consider myself to be a space game historian. I played Elite, not Dangerous, Elite on the Commodore 64.
The original one, yeah.
Yeah, that's how old I am. I played Wing Commander and Tacky on the Fringe and Free Space, all that stuff. And what I can tell you is the difference with this is they are making promises they're never going to fulfill so that you will spend money on their ships. That's their funding module.
Yeah.
And you have to pity them because they are stuck with that funding module. If they ever release for real or finish the game, their funding module's not going to work anymore. They'll have to charge for time, like Dual Universe, which failed. Or they're going to have to sell...
it failed because of the subscription model, yeah.
Yeah. So they've got a tiger by the tail. They can promise stuff to make you spend money and never deliver and pray that you don't figure it out. That's going to end at some point, and it won't be pretty with the end of Star Citizen.
Well, I mean, I'm going to call you a doomer because I don't think that Star Citizen is ever going to end. In the sense of they're not going to end working on it, but they're mostly not going to end making money on it because they know they have the tactic and they know how to do it, and that's never going to change. You're always going to have more people that are going to join. That's the issue.
Well, it's going to have to be generational then, because they're going to run out of players willing to put up with this.
It's the new generation already, dude. Like 10 fucking years, 12 years since the start of the development, or 11 years since 2012. So it's a completely new generation now. Sorry
to talk over you. It's a delay. There's another game on the horizon somewhere. If it's not Spacefield or Starfield or whatever the hell it is, it's going to be something else that will kick Star Citizen's ass. And then they're going to have a real problem.
Yeah, there is a couple of them, and somebody's shooting lasers at you.
No, that's my notification on my phone.
Okay.
But listen, I enjoy your content. I hope you find a way to keep producing it. I'm a fan, and
Thank you.
I'll keep consuming, man.
All right, so one last question is, I guess you're not excited about CitizenCon. What are your predictions for CitizenCon?
I think a lot of people who have a lot of money invested in ships are going to use it as an opportunity to shift those ships around. Some are doing that so that they can sell them on, like, Star Hanger or whatever. And some are genuinely interested in acquiring something better. And they keep nerfing and they keep changing so that you constantly try to stay with the new meta.
Yeah. That's always going to happen. All right. Thank you for joining.
All right, bud. Take care.
See ya, dude. Thank you. Bye. So that was Revengex. The next on the line is Puppeteer, my dear friend Puppeteer. Desi Bratistema. Puppeteer is Serbian, so.
Oh, sad sam ja.
Yeah.
I'm up. I'm on delay on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is it's really.
Yeah,
delayed.
I don't know. Twitch is just buffering for me, so I had to switch. It's my issue, not yours. So.
Yeah.
How are
What's
you,
up?
man?
Oh, I'm doing okay, I guess. Fine.
I'm glad
How
you're
about you?
back. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's nice to be back, but we'll see for how long. So you wanna plug the Twitch channel, the YouTube, and all that first, and then we'll talk.
No,
about
I have nothing to plug.
Oh, fuck off. So he also has a YouTube and he has a Twitch channel.
I
And
have
he
nothing
mostly
to-
streams DCS. And if you want to see some like really good DCS, a really good DCS player, you can check out his streams and all of that. Fuck off. All right. So you've been back in since when?
Yeah, that's my whole point. As long as we keep talking about like when we back, do we have a golden ticket and do we have like enough ships and so on? That's where the main issue is.
Well, no. Like the reason why I'm asking that is because
so
like
can get the
so they can get the sense of like if you're a new player or not. Because Car Citizen, for example, he is a streamer and a YouTuber, but he's basically a new player to Star Citizen. So you're not. That's what I'm saying.
I think that that small like section of people going on a honeymoon is getting shorter and shorter. So for Scarred, it was like 2 years or what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 years.
No. He Scarred joined last year, 317.
Last
dude.
year, so
Yeah.
even a year now.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a bit longer before. At
Yep.
least it took him
He joined like 317.2 or 3, something like that.
Yeah, good stuff.
Exactly.
He got jaded on the start of his career.
Exactly.
I'm 2012, but I know a lot about this game and about the past games that Chris did. So I'm excited about CitizenCon. To be honest, I really wanna see that Squadron 42. I played a heck a lot of Star Lancer, and if you put Star Lancer on your screen, people can see what Squadron 42 is gonna be about. It's basically the same game, just better.
Yeah.
And I really hope that I'll be able to play the game. Because at the moment I can't.
So being my neighbor, are you gonna go to CitizenCon?
No, of course you did. No chance.
What do you think about the ticket price and all of that?
Well, I think it's.
Okay, so don't compare it to our standards. Our standards are shit.
Not our standards.
Yeah.
They're aiming for a demographic that they've been aiming from the start, and that's fine. And your point that they're like basically, I agree with everything you said about that. Yeah, they're targeting the whales, and they're gonna get a lot of whale claps in the CitizenCon.
Whale claps.
Maybe they show something that all of us are gonna be excited about. I'm really hoping about Squadron because last time we didn't have any new news about Squadron whatsoever.
But like, see, so here's the question for you. They said that it's going to be released in 2016, and then it wasn't. And then in 2018, they dropped the vertical slice, and they said it's going to be released soon, but when it's ready. And then, like last year, we know, you know about the thing with Aaron Roberts, and when he got drunk and he talked about like all the shit during Bar Citizen. So he said that it's not going to be released in like the next 2 years. or it's going to be released in the next 2 years, whatever. So even if we see something during CitizenCon, do you think that's like, is that enough for you to say, okay, they're actually working on it, or do you really want to play the game?
No, depending on what we see, because
Okay.
it can be all like smoke and mirrors from them. That's what I'm used to. Like you can see something, oh wow, look at this, and then it's not coming. But
Yeah.
so
Were
I
you
don't
here
know.
since I started the stream when I showcased like all the CitizenCons?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been here like through all of that, and yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, to be honest, and it's a shame because nobody's asking the questions. Like they're just throwing money for the ships and stuff, doing the CCU game, upgrading, buying new backers, whatever. But nobody's asking like everybody's in this like content. Like it's not content, it's gameplay.
Yeah.
Like you should be chasing gameplay, not content to consume. You're not here to consume anything. You're here to have fun with a game and with your friends. But I think that's long gone. Like that's changed with the mentality that we have now. But that's expected, so we need to adapt and do better, I guess. But the thing is, like, if nobody's asking what's end game gonna be, like, what's the end goals are gonna be, like, well, I don't want to doom and gloom about Star Citizen, but like, nobody has any idea what are we gonna do when and if the game releases. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what kind of ships you're gonna use.
The thing is, when you say nobody knows,
is the game gonna be Eve-like? Is the game gonna be like a PvP slider, like in Elite, that ruined that game completely?
It's not.
Are you gonna have instances?
So we know that. Well, we know they were talking about the modded servers where you would have like a PvP slider and all of that, but you can't like. We watched that video yesterday. You can't.
Watch
completely
it. But
disable
do you know? Do you have like
that's what I wanted to say.
Game is gonna...
That's what I wanted to say. When you say nobody knows, you're like right on the fucking point, because not even CEG knows. Nobody fucking knows what this game is going to be. The only thing that I can tell you is that it's not going to be Eve, because Chris's idea for Star Citizen is that the whole the global economy is driven by the NPCs. It's like 10 NPCs to one player. That was like the idea for him, right? So if you want to if you played Eve, and I think you did, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't play Eve, but I like read the lore, and in Eve the lore is made by the players mostly, and you had like some orgs that would like just, let's say, take all the wheat, and like suddenly there's no like resources or no wheat or whatever the resource is anywhere around the universe, and you need to fight them. So like you need to organize with other orgs so you can get it. In Star Citizen, that's not going to happen because NPCs are going to like run the economy, right?
Yeah, but like it's all again like we are asking these questions, and should we be asking these questions? That's my main
we should
thing,
because
like,
we invested money and we're like talking about Star Citizen.
Yeah, but what I mean is like from developer house, you should have all these pillars that they were talking about before, like years and years ago. Like you should have all these like gameplay features that are core pillars of your game already set up and already
we have none of them.
Focus-driven on them. And at the moment, everything for me is just up in the clouds. From the flight model, from how the ship-to-ship combat is gonna feel, from how multi-crew is gonna function, from how are you gonna scrap from the economy. Everything is in the clouds. Like everything is like what, 10 years in the making. Everything is in the clouds.
So somebody said in the chat that it's gonna be DayZ in space with missions, and I made a video about like DayZ, comparing that to Star Citizen, and how most people are not gonna like that because DayZ is a hardcore fucking game. It's not a game for people that just want to unwind and just play a game and go to bed, right? So if you ever played DayZ, you would know how hard it is over there. And like everybody that fucking watched that video was pissed off. Well, not pissed off, but like scared that Star Citizen is going to turn into that direction because they don't want to play that game because they're just like casual players. So I don't think that CAG wants that because they're just going to lose money doing that. So do you agree with me, Puppeteer?
Yeah, I agree completely. Like it shouldn't be like, but we should know what it
We
should
should
be
know
12 years later.
Yeah, but since we have no pillars, because they started fucking building the house from the roof downwards.
Yeah, that's what I've been talking for years,
Yeah.
like backwards, totally backwards.
Like we can't know, and like the issue is like even if you ask them, they're not going to respond, and I don't even think that they are like that they are ignoring us. I just think that they don't know. Like they themselves don't know. They're just making like, oh, we're gonna make salvage, we're gonna make this, we're gonna make that, and in the end, like, yeah, whatever. Then we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with the game. Honestly, it just like looks like that. It seems like that.
Well, I recently, like when I watched somebody was, I think TDL was reacting to ICS or whatever inside
I see.
Star
Yeah, yeah.
CitizenCon. I see. Yeah. And the guy that was the lead on Arena Commander, I don't remember his name. He said something about AI, and he said, yeah, AI wasn't working back then because the guys that were developing it were using it as training for them. So they basically train their employees on how to develop stuff. So no offense to any of those guys. I love all of them to bits, but I think like there's in CAG methodology, there's like a lot of junior kind of guys that are just mashed up in there and see what they can produce. If they can produce anything good, then yeah, thumbs up, you know?
I don't think that there's any planning to it. And like I can back it up with like since you were here since 2012, you know how many like hover mechanics were there? Like there were 4 different
flight models,
flight
mechanics,
models,
everything. Yeah, I used
the
to
one
be
SU box changed how many times?
A lot of times. A lot of times that I can even count. But I think they had like because of the lawsuit and everything that they needed to shift from Crytek. I take this like just as what I think personally, not like
of course.
what it's written in history, but like they had a lawsuit from Crytek and they had to move on from Crytek's engine, and then they switched to Lumberyard, so they had to like forget a lot of codes and assets that they had, or they couldn't convert to Lumberyard. So then you lost a lot of those kind of mechanics over the years, or developers that were working on those just got shifted and then later got bought back into the company when Crytek crumbled or whatever happened with them. But like you used to be able to see people on far side, like on the moon. You could be orbiting a moon and you can see their ship lights. That's how we OG PvPers used to hunt miners. We would orbit a planet up high and you would see ship lights down there, and you can engage the guy because you could see him from 80 kilometers up. You could see the outpost lights, the old jump down. You can spot it visually during the night with the outpost lights and everything. That all got shafted basically over the years to optimize, to do LODs, to improve performance or whatever. But I also think a lot of
the
it
performance
got
is still disastrous. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing that I know is that Amazon is behind Lumberyard. Lumberyard is basically CryEngine. It's just like a modded CryEngine, and Amazon needed them to, or CAG needed to use Lumberyard so they can work with the Amazon or the AWS fucking servers. Yeah. So that's what I know. So I don't know. They changed the name. It's like Star Engine now or whatever because they changed a lot to it.
Yeah, because Lumberyard is pretty much dead.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing. Maybe this turns out to be next Unreal Engine. Maybe it's a long shot, but maybe. But still, I think we're only at like maybe third of a way. We'll see this CitizenCon. Maybe they got Squadron 42 up in the pipeline and they can release it next year. Maybe. If they don't, then it's still more of this. On this patch that hit the 19.1, I got the unstow bug and I'm unable to claim any ships. I'm unable to play the game at all.
Amazing.
For 2 months now.
Yeah, you've been saying that in my community Discord for a while now.
Yeah. I raised every kind of support ticket, and the most replies I got was on Reddit thread, not even on Spectrum. It was on Spectrum. Amazing. It was like 3 replies, and 2 out of those were mine. And on Reddit there was like 70 people who were just basically, all of them were telling me like, wait for the next wipe.
So, yeah. Any devs? Did you talk to any devs?
No. I contacted a couple of them, and only the guy from Arena Commander said basically that it's not in his department. So,
well, why don't you tell me who to talk to? Jesus Christ! I mean, yeah. So I'm pretty sure you're not lonely in that. Like, I'm pretty sure that a bunch of people have the same issue, but you just don't know about that.
What it's called, the IC, the reporting, it has like 300 people that went to the trouble and actually reported the bug. So it's at least 300 people left out, but there could be more.
Yeah, there's certainly more. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's certainly more. Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, you contact the support, and the support guy tells you, yeah, look, I cannot do anything about it. Tough luck.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about this that much, but there's a guy that contacted me in my DMs that told me that they locked his accounts because he was trying to he bought a ship and he transferred that ship to another account, his own account, and it was like an upgrade, but only the LTI went without the upgrade, and so he lost the money for the upgrade. So he asked like what happened with that. And they said something like, "Yeah, we're just gonna send you the ship back to the main account." So he got the ship, but again without the upgrade. So he like lost some money with it, and he was asking for the money, and then in the end they just locked his account. So
the account. Wow.
Yeah, I asked him for the screenshots of that, so I can see if he's like if that really happened.
Yeah, the community on Reddit, guys, they told me like, yeah, you should just like melt your pledge or whatever and then rebuy it. And I went to the melting page. I never do. I have like 300 or 350 bucks invested. Yeah. Like, I'm not heavily invested. So I never do the CCU game. I only have 3 or so ships.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to to melt the thingy to rebuy it again. And I noticed there in the melt, there is like, if you melt this now, you gotta acknowledge these 2 boxes to acknowledge that basically you will lose something because
the access to the game. Yeah,
you didn't buy the price increased, and I said just like, I don't want to mess with this, and I just canceled everything and closed the window, and that's it for me. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to read the fine print. Fuck that.
Yeah, just wait for the next wipe, and maybe you will get access to the game that you fucking pledged for.
Hopefully, because I've been really itching like to destroy some people.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else? You have anything else to add?
No. That's all.
It was a pleasure as
you're
always.
Back.
I'm glad I'm back too, I guess. I mean, I am, but I just don't want to talk about fucking Star Citizen all the time. But yeah, we'll see what would happen.
Yeah, it's tough. And on the side note, I know that you guys mentioned like some other content creators, like YouTubers, and like during my years from 2012 to here, there's been a bunch of guys that come and leave, and that's about like it's a cycle. Like, everybody gets fed up and bored of it.
Yeah, I mean, you only have so much energy to talk about the same fucking thing for years and years. And I really, like, as I said, I tip my hat off even to like Salty Mike and all and Burks and like all of those guys that are there for fucking years playing Star Citizen on the streams, hating every fucking bit of it, or even loving some bits of it, but mostly hating it. and well, having fun. I just can't fucking do that, honestly. It's
It's
too
always
annoying.
a period over the year, like say always like during this time the Star Citizen always like slows down because of CitizenCon and so on.
Yeah.
So now like Burks and all the other guys are going into reacts and podcasts and what, because there is nothing else
Yeah.
to basically do. That's why the main question of mine is like, what's Endgame gonna be like? But nobody cares. Let's just spend some more money.
I'm pretty sure that everybody cares, but nobody asks that question when they could or when they can, right? Like who are you going to ask that? You can only ask Chris because only Chris knows, right? And you can only do it during CitizenCon. But do you have $200 plus fucking airplane ticket plus all the shit that you need to go there?
Those guys that probably gonna be there, not gonna ask that question because they're fulfilled with buying new ships that come down the pipeline.
Exactly.
And exploring those ships and so on. They're collectors, and that's about it. Like, I would really like. I love this game to bits. I would really not like for it to fail. That's my main point. Like, Diablo 4 got released, everybody loved it. A month later, where's the end game? And now it's in a ditch.
Diablo 4 was really good at the start.
Season.
Yeah, it was really good at the start, and then I noticed that like the enemies are scaling with me. Like, why am I fucking leveling up if the tier like the level 1 snakes are gonna be level fucking 50 snakes every time every time you level up, the mobs level up with you, and it's just so fucking stupid. I don't know if you played it. Yeah.
That's Diablo for you, but like everybody's asking the same question when they hit the wall, and I want to be asking the question before we hit the wall, but hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm trying to get an interview with some of the devs. I want to get Elliot on a podcast with me. But the thing is, you got to go through a whole procedure, and I'm not known for being a good guy in Star Citizen, right? So I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But if it happens, I will ask that question.
Yeah, but if you already know that there is a whole procedure, why do you think that procedure is in there? You won't be able to ask you.
We'll see. Question. I guess we'll see. I mean, other companies have that too. Ubisoft also has that because Legion also wants to hop onto my podcast. I guess you know him because he's in my Discord and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I even to him, I gotta send my questions first, and I gotta like sign a contract basically that I'm not gonna talk about this, and that. So yeah, it's a whole thing. Like most of the fucking companies are like that. I'm not even like. Incriminating anyone right now. It's just like that, and that's how it is.
Yeah, but this was supposed to be open development, no publisher, no
dude.
Next new thing, you know?
Yeah, like, sure.
Okay, I'm spitballing. Okay, yeah, I'm out of the line. Yeah.
All right. It's always nice to have you, dude.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
All right, the next caller is going to be, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Amazing name. Hello, it's not a bug, it's a feature.
Hello. Nice to hear you. Yeah,
nice
it's actually...
What,
it's like,
what did you say?
No, it's like, it's me, Snake Burrito. It's like...
Oh, Snake Burrito, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ, okay, let me change that.
Yeah, no worry.
All right.
It's like so stressful. It's my first online.
Yeah. Okay. So, I never talked to you live like this. So
yeah,
you want to tell me something about yourself and like when you backed and all of that?
Yeah, mostly on the Discord, I guess.
Yeah,
we talk a bit. Oh, I got so much delay on the Twitch. It's like a bit strange. So, I'm playing actually Scam Citizen because that's what I call it. Like since 3.14, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I removed this game like 3 times until now, so still waiting. That will be better because it's got a lot of problems with 30s or other shits like books and other stuff. So it's like playing this is like frustrating for me now.
We are in the same boat.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why I'm watching you still. Yeah, and you got right a lot of things like, but even like most of things have already been said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the question is like, what is where this game is going to? Because it's like, technology is still moving, forward. So it's like I think this game will be like too old when they will want to release it finally, like to alpha, for example.
Okay.
Like beta actually testing. So it's like, what is going on with this game now? I'm stopped following actually those whole features that they want to release.
All right. So my take is that you're not really excited about CitizenCon, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just it's like over and over again, releasing the slice. Exactly how to call it. It's like they are starting. Oh, we want to drop or release something. So, for example, the features, and actually after that we hear in the next CitizenCon, oh, sorry guys, but we are too busy to do this. We got some problems or something with Squadron 42. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess it's like too much. It's like every CitizenCon, something that they just don't want to release. For example, Pyro, yeah, as you said.
I mean,
like
it's not that they don't want to
last
release it.
videos.
It's not that they don't want to release it. It's the fact that we don't still have server meshing, and Stanton is still not done, and Pyro is not done, so they can't release it if it's not done, right? But why is it not done? That's the question.
Exactly. For me, it's like I don't care even about this Squadron 42. For me, it's like most important is Star Citizen. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm not really into this single players game now. If I start to play it like Arma 3, that was my first bigger game, like multiplayer. To do some stuff with other people, yeah, on the service. So that was amazing for me. Yeah, but for me, Arma now is too old, yeah, to play.
Yeah.
So it's just like something like in space. That was a Star Citizen. But the problem is, it's like unplayable for me.
Why is that? What's your experience?
Excuse?
What is your experience?
For Star Citizen, actually, mostly like bugs and wasting time.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's like I'm trying to exit the space station. I don't know. I'm trying to get my ship, as I don't know, monitor doesn't work, for example. Or if I'm flying somewhere. For example, last time I flight with a cargo. I land on the moon, and actually, few seconds after start from the moon, I got 30Ks with like whole cargo. So I lose it, yeah, because I can't even take back this ship.
Yeah, because like Heartbeat was broken by PES or something like that. It was just like funny. I honestly forgot about that. Did they fix that? Can you like retrieve your cargo and your ship after a 30K now?
No, I don't think so. When you are on the surface of moon,
Amazing.
when you are like in a space, it's possible. Sometimes you just need to wait like 15 minutes on the space station, and you can bring back ship.
Okay, I didn't play in a while. I'm not gonna lie, so I don't know how it works now. Yeah. All right. So, what do you think about all the things that we saw? If you were here, I guess you were since the start of the stream.
Yeah, that was from the start. By the way, for me, it's like nothing changed. It's like still the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
What can I say else?
So you basically expect the same thing to happen during this CitizenCon, right?
Yeah, it's a bit the same actually. So another lies or new ideas that we'll never see in a real game,
Okay. So I don't want this to be like a whole fucking doomer podcast. So tell me, tell me, is there anything that like gets you excited about Star Citizen, and what is that?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm still waiting for a server machine in Pyro.
Okay, so
that's for sure. For me, it's like the second way is like Last Stand for Star Citizen. You know, I don't want to be so much pessimist, but as the Last Stand for me is like.
But I mean, you know, it's not going to happen this year. It's going to happen maybe next year.
Of course. I'm still waiting. I know it won't be probably even not in the next year. But it's as a Last Stand, you know. If it will be crap, like for example 3.18, I guess that was a crappy patch. I will just sell my ships and uninstall this.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. That's the Last Stand for me.
All right. So, anything else you want to add before we go to the next caller?
As I said, most things have already been said. Yeah, I'm really agree with this.
All right. Well, thank you for joining, Snake Burrito.
Thank you for having me. So, have a nice evening.
All right, you too. See ya. And the next caller, if you want to, like, we are currently at the last caller. So if you want to talk to me, if you want to hop in onto the podcast, just hop into my Discord channel. And actually, give me a second. I'm going to give you the link to my Discord channel. There you go. If you want to hop in and hop into the pre-podcast area and we can talk. Anyway, the next caller is going to be Press Scroob. Press? Is that President Scroob? Hello? Can we hear each other? Hello? He probably has this muted and he's probably watching the YouTube stream, or he maybe like fell asleep. Scroob? Hello? Mic check, 1, 2. Working, not working. All right, that was so stressful. No, it's fine, Snake Burrito. It's all good. Stage fright? No, he's just not there. I think he's AFK. Okay, so we have somebody else that is on my screen. It's just Y ... whatever that means. So I'm just gonna add them. What the fuck did I do just now? So, hello. Hello. What's your name? Because I don't see it for some reason.
Yepez.
Yepez? How do you spell that?
Yepez.
Yepez. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome to the podcast. Sorry, I just see Y and 3 dots. It's just weird.
I was about to open it up on my PC, the Twitch, but I'll just remain in the chat.
I'll
watch it later.
It's probably my OBS being weird and all of that. The other caller was just not here, so you just like hopped in at the last second. So what's up, Yepez?
Well, I'm a big fan. First of all,
thank you.
I've only been playing the game for like maybe 2 months.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. I actually ran into you in the PU at one
really?
point in time. Yeah.
Was I an asshole?
No.
Okay.
No, actually,
thank God.
It's crazy because it was like a couple of maybe like in the same day I had just discovered like your channel. I had seen one of your like a missile guide or something. I wanted to know. I think you probably don't remember because I mentioned it to you in the chat as well. You were a good guy though.
Thank you. But I might remember it because I'm not playing Star Citizen that much. It was a missile guide?
Something like that.
I think I remember that actually. That was a couple of months ago though, right?
Yeah, I started in like I think it was the beginning of May, end of April.
Mm-hmm. Just so you know, like all of the stats change. So that missile guide from a year ago or 2 years ago, it doesn't like work anymore.
Yeah. I think you acknowledge that. You're mentioning it's probably outdated.
Yeah.
Man. I guess just to say something about myself as a new player.
Go for it.
Yeah, I don't want to take over anything, but I've been watching the stream for a little bit, and most of the guys you had are backers from like a long time ago.
No, there were. The first one was a pretty new backer. Like he's here for a year, and so we accept everyone here. Don't you worry.
Nice. Yeah, I feel welcome, man. It's really good to be on here. Yeah. So as a new player, like I have a high tolerance for kind of bugs and stuff coming from Fallout 76. I think someone mentioned it. I did stick with that game for a long time from the beginning. And I hopped in right at, I guess, 3.18. So like I experienced a shit ton of bugs, a shit ton of stuff that honestly, there was times where I did feel like, why do I have to put up with this? This ain't a game. But you know, most of it I was able to work around. And the game itself, I avoided for a long time, like even opening anything to find out what Star Citizen was at this point, because I remember hearing about it when I was in college back in 2012. So then I kind of like, you know, I left it like a mystery for myself, and then finally got into it, and I honestly feel like it's got a lot of stuff to do as a new player. Like I haven't hit that like I'm bored of this. I mean, a little bit, right? Because I have experienced a lot of the game actually. Like I really got into it, did all the gameplay loops, did a little bit of PvP. I picked up some VKB gladiators just to play.
Nice.
Yeah. But for the most part, I'm kind of excited for the future of Star Citizen, and I understand all the players that are coming from like the drip feed that they just kind of have everybody on, where it's just like a little bit of content here and there, and there's not a lot to go on. But for me, like coming in and seeing that all the stuff that's already there, it does feel like a good game that I want to keep playing. But hopefully I don't get to that where I'm too bored to play, because I really enjoy it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, you will, because we were all we call it the honeymoon phase, because we were all there. We all love the shit out of the game, and then we realized, like, dude, like I've been here for 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and it's not changing. For some people, it's like 3 months. For example, like Scar Citizen, that was the first caller. He played it for like maybe 5-6 months, and he was like fed up with it already. So the only thing that you can do to like prolong it, to like play it more, is to join an org and find some pretty good people that you're going to play with and you're going to have fun with, and that's it. Like if you're a solo player, it's not going to work for you, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm looking into probably find some more people to do stuff with, because you know, it's I am a solo player mostly. And I find myself just like there's no reason to do it because that's all funny money, right? But I just run like car like gold from SMO 18 back to the new, and mostly I do it just to, I call it like that's where I spend my money. I spend it on pirates. I kind of use it to find out who's like a murder hobo and who's like an actual person that wants to take my stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I use the money for mostly.
So I'm taking that you are excited about CitizenCon, that you want to see what's going to happen.
Definitely. Like I've never experienced one, so I'm kind of hoping that this.
You haven't been here since the start of the stream, right?
Not the start of the stream. I did see like the last 3 or 4 guys.
Oh, no. Before the podcast, I showcased all the CitizenCons since 2014.
I did hop in for a little bit. Like I saw pieces of it.
Yeah. So if you rewatch the whole thing, or just like rewatch the old CitizenCons on your own, you're going to see a bunch of stuff that never made it to the game, but was promised, and everybody was cheering for it, and it never happened. So I'm just like setting you up for like mild depression. So you know what's going to happen, basically.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, anything else you want to talk about? Is it what excites you about this game? Because you're a new player. What like excites you about this game right now, and what do you want to see in the future?
I mean, I enjoy the world that's there already,
right?
And the like experiencing other players, like the interaction with other players. That's because most games, they have already their gameplay loops and stuff. But I feel like the games that the end game is the player interaction kind of goes a lot further.
Yeah.
So that's mostly what I'm in it for right now.
So what? Because Puppeteer mentioned end game. What do you think as a new player? What the end game is going to look like? Because I guess you're not like that informed about all the things, all the features that are missing from the game right now. You probably don't know about the Endeavor, the ship that's gonna like be for research, exploration, farming, etc., etc., etc. So what
is that the modular one?
Yeah, it is the
okay,
modular one. And it's probably gonna be like the last ship that's ever gonna be produced for Star Citizen before we hit the released version of Star Citizen. So in the next like 10, 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, I had seen about it, that ship. I just, I haven't followed a lot of the progress of the game.
Yeah.
In the past up until recently.
So what are the games that you were playing before Star Citizen?
So one of the long time games that I was playing was Fallout 76, which that one has its own, issues and whatnot. It is fun. It is fun at the moment. Deep Rock Galactic, if you're into like dwarves and mining and gold and all that. But since I got on Star Citizen, it's been really hard to get me off of it. Like, play anything else.
Yeah, and then you know what? You're gonna play other games because you're gonna be like a bit fed up with Star Citizen at some point. Not right now, of course. And then you're gonna be like, why can't Star Citizen have this? Like, this would work great in Star Citizen. And then they're gonna announce something like that, and you're gonna be like, wow, they're actually doing it. And like after 2 years, maybe you're gonna get like a part of it, like the minimal viable product. And that's unfortunately how it works. I don't want to like crush your dreams and hopes right now, but unfortunately that's how it works with CAG and Star Citizen.
Yeah. I'm hoping that there's something new. I mean, from what other people have been talking about how it's been, I'm hoping that something changes.
Well, do you think that something is actually going to change?
I mean, as far as comparing like every other video game company that gets this large, not really.
Yeah. Because you know what? I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege in the past month or two. No, it's going to be a month. And I haven't been playing that game before. I wanted to, but I just wasn't playing games. I was working too much, and I didn't have enough time to invest to like play an actual PvP competitive game. So it's a really good game. Like, it has its bugs. Like, none of them are really like game breaking, but you can see, because I started watching YouTubers playing that game when it got released like 8 years ago. And you can see that game grew in a really odd manner, in the sense of like, have you ever like how it plays out, like what Rainbow Six Siege is, right?
Yeah.
So you had like operators, and you had like it was all fucking realistic and all of that. Like, you had some trappers that would like have like laser traps or whatever. You would have a guy with a shield. You would have like another guy with a sledgehammer, with a shotgun, whatever. And you would like break down walls, and it was super like realistic, right? But now you have operators that basically work like Valorant heroes, or whatever they're called. So it's weird, but that game is still like competitive in the sense of like being competitive with other games. So it's still not dying out, because they're adding stuff that people want to see, that are like refreshing, right? So what do you think, like, first of all, like, graphics wise, are you happy with Star Citizen and how it looks like right now compared to other games?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. The moment I got in there the first time, I really did feel like this is something very detailed. This is something on another level than most of the other games I played. I picked up a new graphics card just to, see how much more I could get out of it, because it doesn't really run that good.
Well, it's not even tied to the graphics card that much. Like, my usage on my GPU, and I have a 4090, it's like 2% when I play Star Citizen.
Yeah, and somehow it goes. CPU.
Yeah, it eats the CPU, and I have a 7950X, and it like goes like, one of the threads is at 100%, the other one is like at 50, and all the rest are just like, nah, we have nothing to do here. So it's really poorly optimized. They did implements the new like Gen 12 rendering and the Vulkan whatever, and that's gonna like spread the processes on the like all of the threads and on the GPU and all of that at some point, but it's still not optimized, right? So,
well, yeah.
What would you like to see added? Because you're a new player, you can like you have the opportunity to like dream and what do you want to be in Star Citizen, and what do you want to see added to Star Citizen at one point?
I mean, first of all, I want to see as much of the things that were promised, because they were all really good features.
Yeah.
But anything that I haven't seen in the game that I want to see, honestly, that's a tough one, because they've already like promised so many things. So yeah, I really can't think of much. Like all the things that are there that they need to implement, I think that's already a lot.
Yeah.
I really can't think of much.
So what do you want to be in Star Citizen? Because like Star Citizen is a casual game. It's an FPS, but it's also like space combat, but you can also be like a cargo hauler, whatever. So for me, so you understand the question, I wanted to be basically Han Solo. I wanted to like go to a bar. That's why I started playing Star Citizen. I wanted to go to a bar in a like distant location on a moon or whatever, find a guy, shoot him in the face, get the bounty, and get back out, right? So that was the idea for me. What do you want to
Yeah, I mean, I kind of coming from the same boat. I really enjoy that Star Wars feel. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy, type of feel where everything's futuristic. You've got a whole society. It's like it's got its intricate little locations and things happening on a small scale, but still like everything's very large and connected. But yeah, that whole bounty hunter feel, like that's something that I kind of feel like would give me the most, because it is a very nice, especially like animes like the Cowboy Bebop. I'm very I enjoy those a lot. So yeah, being a bounty hunter is kind of like the go-to space gameplay.
Did you watch Firefly?
Yeah. Watch Firefly.
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar. You know what? I haven't gotten around.
Dude, you gotta watch it. Yo, like that's the best space series ever made. Honestly, just check it out.
Trying to find a way to stream it for free, but the most recent one was Stargate. I know it's not so much. It is a space one, but it's good.
Yeah, too. It's okay. But like Battlestar Galactica is like it's on another level. It's basically Star Wars, but different, right? Like a bit more realistic or whatever. The story is fucking amazing. So,
oh yeah.
Okay, thank you for joining. If you don't have anything else to add, I want to finish it off with Scroob because he's back. Is there anything else?
I did kind of have one question for you.
Go ahead.
I always hear you, and like I kind of want to know what your accent is from. Just
I'm from Serbia. I'm like Serbia? Born and raised in Belgrade. Cool. Yeah, I'm living in Belgrade.
I asked because like I'm Mexican, right? And I live on the border, and you sound like you would be one of my cousins or something.
Yeah. So I get this a lot. So whenever I have like some I like see some tourists here in Belgrade, and if they're like US or Canadian, they always fucking say that I have a French Canadian accent, and I'm like how? I know that I don't speak like this, like most of the Russians and Serbians would, but like I do have like I don't know. And now you tell me that it's fucking Mexican. I mean, sure. Sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, you could pass off if you told people.
All right, I say,
easy.
Right, hombre. Okay.
Hey, it was really good, man. Going back to that moment I ran into you, there you weren't an asshole, man. You were good. I did send you a friend request. They didn't accept them.
Where on?
But I was a new player
in
man.
The game.
I get it.
In the game.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I have a bunch of people that want to grief me, so I just don't accept anyone that I don't know. So if your name in the game is the same as this one, I'll add you.
Oh yeah. Oh hey man, cool. Maybe I'll see you out there again sometime.
See you, dude.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Appreciate all the questions. Keep doing the good content, man. It's really good.
Thank you, dude.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
Man.
All right, and for the end we have I guess it's President Scroob. Is it President? Scroob, please tell me you're here. Jesus Christ. Scroob. Scrooby Dooby Doo. Hello? Hello? I can hear you, but you're not saying anything, Scroob. Hello? Scared the shit out of me, honestly.
It is President Scroob. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Everybody can hear you. What's up?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Oh, he doesn't hear me on Discord. So I guess he is okay. We're gonna give him a second. He's probably watching YouTube stream.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me? He screwed me. Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, great. For fuck's sake.
Oh, no.
Okay, is it President Scroob or what? What is the prez? Jesus Christ. Hello? Can you hear me? Prez? Scroob? All right, so Scroob, there's a delay on YouTube. You can't.
It is President Scroob.
Okay, Scroob, you can't talk to me. Jesus Christ, you can't talk to me through YouTube. You gotta mute that, and you gotta talk to me through Discord, because any other thing is not gonna work. There's a 30-second delay on YouTube. So you gotta enable Discord or whatever if you want to talk to me. Also, I didn't see who subbed, but thank you, because my whole scene is a bit fucked up. The alerts and all of that are behind the cameras, so sorry about that. But thank you for subscribing.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, he heard it. Yeah, that's. I mean, you know what? It happens on live TV.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me on Discord. You should be able to.
Technical difficulties. Sorry about that, Grumpy.
It's all good. It's all good. The issue is that he's the last caller, so I don't have anybody else to slot in instead of him. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. All right, I'm just gonna talk to the chat. So what's up, chat? How are you doing?
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Can you
Sorry
hear me
about
now?
that. I'm getting like just YouTube lag.
Can you hear me now through Discord? I guess I'll have to end it here because I don't know if are you even working on it? It is like when people tune into the radio, yeah, but it's even worse. It's like a 30-second delay. It's worse.
No, I can just hear you through YouTube.
Okay, then yeah, we gotta end it here, guys.
It's cool.
Alrighty. Well, sorry about that, buddy. You gotta enable
cool.
Discord.
There's always a next time.
Alrighty. Well, at least we tried. Okay, so that is it for today, guys. I don't know what your take is from all of this. I mean, I guess if you want me to react to something, I can do a video. If you have anything for me. If not, that's fine. I can just end the stream here. Scrooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, unless you have anything for me, unless you have anything to tell me, and you want to hop on and talk to me, then I'm gonna end it here. It was like the delay with the reporters in the 90s talking to the anchor. Exactly. It doesn't matter. There's always a next time. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. So Thank you, a big thank you to all the guys that joined. First of all, I didn't expect like this many people joining today, mostly because I wasn't live or YouTubing in a while. So yeah, thank you to all of you that joined. And yeah, my take on all of this is that I'm not excited about CitizenCon. I will stream probably if I'm able to during CitizenCon. I will make fun of them, and that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and let me see if Puppeteer has something to me. Nope. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to bring a towel when you're traveling through space. And I love you, and goodbye, and until the next time, I guess. Bye.